Now, Dave is on the Isle of Wight. He sent in an email to me, mike.powell@bbc.co.uk. He said he has lots of repetitive dreams, Ian. He took early retirement from his pathology job in 1994. When he was still there, he was planning a new department for 4 years, in fact, before he left. He never got the chance to manage it, despite working so long on the design, because it was built after he retired. And since he retired, he's dreamt about the place every single night without fail for 15 years. He's always in the old building that he worked in, not the new one, saying to his staff he should go up to the new one, but he never does, of course. My office is always empty, he says, and no shower where the shower was, all as clear as day. His other repetitive dream is a farm where he worked in the early 60s. He's always back there, but nothing to do. He asks for pay, but he never gets it. Sounds like all of us, Dave. Another regular is seeing an aeroplane or an airliner spinning out of control, always exactly the same, and he often has flying dreams, although not so many of latter years. His dreams are so vivid, including smell, sound, colour and so on, he would liken it to an out-of-body experience. Is your dream expert Ian aware of those vivid dreams? And if so, why can we smell something we have never come across before, hear something, and so on? Great questions, David. Ian, what do you make of that?
These are fabulous dreams that David's having. So what's been happening for David is when we dream about places where we work, we're dreaming about our work life and about our professional life. So although Dave's retired now, what he's missing being at work. So he misses that sense of purpose, that sense of meaning and that sense of achievement, especially because he spent so much time building up the new pathology department and then he took retirement. So when he goes to his office, there's nothing there, there's no meaning for him. When he goes to the shower, when we dream of a shower, we're always dreaming of being cleansed and being able to unload emotionally a bit. So there's no one there to chat to about his problems, about what's happening for him in his life outside work. So he's missing that feeling of community, that feeling of friendship as well. So there's something big missing from his life. He's probably got a very, very good work ethic and he really enjoys work and finds lots of meaning in his work. And that's been taken away. So he's always trying to get back to having some sort of purpose in his life. And that's reflected in the dream about being back at the farm in the 60s. When we think about farming, we're also thinking about building things up, long-term things, growing things up from nothing, which is what he did when he was building up this new pathology department. And he asks for pay at the farm, but he doesn't get anything because he doesn't feel valued. So in his early retirement, he doesn't value himself as much as he was when he was actually working. And then when we dream about flying, being in an airliner often represents our career, especially from an intellectual and a mental aspect. So what's happening there is he feels his ability to put things together and construct things intellectually and mentally is spinning about out of control. So the messages of all these dreams that he's been having is that he really, really misses being at work. And what he really needs to find in his life is some sort of purpose, something that's really meaningful, that even though he's retired, he can really get his teeth into and get really excited and passionate about and build something that he really enjoys for himself.
Nice one. Dave, thanks very much for the email.